Well, I was wondering when I was going to be able to come back in and have a word with you guys. Here we go. Where did we leave off at? I think we left off with Legion. like we like like we could get away from that. No, we can't get away from Legion, fam. Dark forces in high places and principalities. Legion. The devil off in your grill and you still don't even know him. What are you looking at right here? 3956. Hebrew. Lashon. Law. Oh! What did I tell you guys? You guys worship Legion. Shom. Language. Legion. Alliance. Legion. Allegiance. Legion. Lashon. Legion. Okay? You gotta pass the bar to practice law, Sean. You guys thought I was lying to you guys. No, I don't do what you guys do in English, speaking Latin and Anglo-Saxon. To lie hidden is to be Latin. That is the English definition of that's the English definition right here of Latin. Latin, which is legion, by the way. What's going on here? Latin, which is legion. The demon, legion, yes. Okay. Ma'am. Old folk etymology connected it with Latin. Later to latere, to lie hidden, and a fable of Saturn, Latin, Saturn, Satan. I just told you guys, bro. Anglo-Saxon. Angels of Satan. You guys don't get it. You guys just, they tell you to your face, but you think I'm talking about you guys as humans. No, I'm not talking about flesh and blood humans. I'm fighting for you. I'm telling you that you're. So what I did when I was a child, I've always been able to do is it's like I had small fingers when I was young, and like I figured out how to tie shoes and untie knots real fast. It was like a pastime of mine. I just would do it because I was bored. Well, not so much, but because I liked seeing, I would, you know how a child is, like they become obsessive compulsive over certain reactions from their parents. Like if they receive love, then they'll be obsessive compulsive about receiving love. When they achieve something, when they can just stimulate that, when they can activate that. So tying my shoes, being ready, being able to untie knots when somebody else can't. Like when I would tie a knot or somebody would get a knot in like a string or a cord or a phone cord. We had phone cords back in the day, like long ones that stretched across the whole house. And like me being like no more than 5, 6, man, I could open up freaking synthesizers and little electronic toys at like 6 years old and make them work accidentally until it was actually on purpose. I was, I guess you would call some type of a tinkerer at a young age instead of a toddler. But yeah, anyway, what happened is I've always been able to just see how things are made and where they're coming from to see where they're going. You know what I mean? Like, it's how you untie a knot. When you look at a knot, like you pull and it don't come loose, it only gets more tight. but you got to look at where it's coming from, the loops. You got to see what like. I didn't know any names of any type of knots other than a bow tie. But other than that, there was other types of ties, other types of knots, but there was no names for the knots that we had. We just had weird, wild knots. You know what I mean? So I would untie the knots as a youngster, as a child. I was good at I think I might have gotten it from quilting. I learned how to quilt at a very young age. I think that's what it was. I got it from my grandmother with quilting. She worked in a factory and I used to sit on the side and quilt little blankets and stuff with her or whatever. But yeah, I've had plenty of little pastimes when I was young. I had skills as a youngster. But that's what it follows through. As in the beginning, so too shall be in the end. You know, if you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. I've already established, like, you know, like this is, it's the knot is a dimension. It's a degree. It's something that you spread out and duplicate in other aspects or degrees or circumstances. You say, hey, I'm good at troubleshooting. Like, you wouldn't know that that's what it's called at a young age, but when you get older, they say, oh, troubleshooting. You're like, what's that? And you're like, oh, well, you're able to solve problems, pretty much. You're good at, you excel at solving problems. Okay, oh, that's untying knots. You know what I mean? That's how I could, you know, I can tie my shoes, pretty much. You know what I mean? That's pretty good for me, but better than other people, I can undo knots. For some reason, I've always had fun with knots. Knots are very interesting, very powerful things. There's symbology. Obviously, there's whole cultures based around it. Anyway, but as a child, I was able to do this, and I've just kept that as my, you know, as my character. It's just, we have words tied in it, like so the tongue, the lashon, the legion, okay, the demons twist and turn and knot things up. They're not straight. You understand? Not straight, not right. You got to untie these knots so it can be straight, so it can be right, so it can be yashar, okay? The word can be yashar, all right? Because legion can only communicate based off of what yashar is, what is right. So therefore, it will do the opposite, what is not right. You have to tame the lashon, legion, the tongue. In our language, we say tame. What's up, fam? It's a control. It's a, you know, but at the end of the day, you gotta realize that, like I said, you're dealing with demons here. You're dealing with the children of the fallen angels. If you could see what you're dealing with, you probably would cower before them. Your hearts would fail you. Or you'd have myocarditis right away. Right away. You'd look like those dudes that spin around and die suddenly out there for the past 4 years. You know, like that's how you would, literally, that's the sign of the times. Men's hearts will fail them, as in the days of Noah and Lot, not Lot and Noah. Knots. Okay, legion. Okay, when you're in the sea, it's leagues and knots. Okay, all right. So, and knots will save your freaking life when you're in their realm. Knots bind things, you know what I mean? But knots can also kill you, also sink you, get you stuck with them too. But you know, it's not as a ring. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a complex ring. It's not to be worshipped. Not. It's there. It's a very fast niche word. Nick, not, niche. It's there. I'm starting to understand it a little bit more. It's there. But yeah. So lately we've been talking about legion. Okay. We've been talking about Anglo-Saxons, angels of Satan. These are invisible. They are disembodied spirits that travel and possess the bodies of human beings, man, what you call mankind. Okay? So don't take it personal when I call out the tongue of man. I'm not accusing the man. I pity the man. What I'm saying is, I'm out to save the man by untying the knot in his tongue, his legion. Your allegiance is not with the Most High. You need to untie that knot so it is with the Most High. I'm trying to get you back with the understanding of the spirit of love, the true love of the Most High, which is the love of the Father, which is Aheb Ruach Kadesh Kakma. So at the end of the day, when I was telling you all them videos, I was like, yo man, Latin is legion. Legion is Latin. Pig Latin. Pigs got possessed by legion. Where did they lead them? Off of a ledge. You need to know the ledge. You need to knot the ledge. Oh. Put some snot, knot the ledge. Okay? So you have knowledge. It's a degree of knowledge. Okay. You have degree of knowledge so that you don't even need to go to college. Sacrifice. Sacrifice means somebody went off the edge and that was a sacrifice, and you better have learned or else your butt is dead. You're next. Alright? So college. Yes, there are sacrifices. That's what college stands for. Kali, collide, legion. Okay, so you collide with the ledge. You go off the ledge. Okay. You go off to legion. Sacrifice to the fire. Sacrifice to the water. Okay. Either way it goes. The fire is below the water, by the way. How do you think the water stays flowing? Okay. Fire. Fluid. Fire. Okay. Gas. Okay. 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 Inferno. Inner. Infernal. Okay. Fire. Furnace. Yeah. So, and you know how like a furnace can sweat? Yeah, it's kind of like the water on the earth. Yeah, okay. You understand? Okay. All right. Well, with these knots, and with legion, and with Latin, you see how it says Stella? Stella? What do we know about Stella? Stella is a star in Latin. In Latin, in legion, to spread, to extend, like a star. You know, spread star spread. You know what I mean? Star influence. Stars go viral, spread. You know, legion, Latin. It's viral. It's virus. Okay, you understand? So, okay, let's go over here. Let's go back to Lashon, legion, which is the tongue, the devil off in your grill, and you still don't even know him. You over here going and paying college, colliding with the ledge to pass the bar, to pass your tongue, to pass your languages, to pass your allegiance before the angels of Satan, the Highlanders, the Anglo-Saxons. Okay, Romania. Okay, Dasha. Okay, Dracula. Okay, Vlad. Vlad, blood, Vlad. Okay. Anglo-Saxon and Latin. Blood. Anglo-Saxon. Latin. Vlad. Okay, there you go. So at the end of the day, it's the same word. They're the same. It's not the people. It's not the humans. It is the possessing. They say the blood has the power. The Vlad has the power. The blood has the spirit. The Vlad has the spirit. Okay. I already showed you that you worship the dragon in your tongue, because the angels worship the dragon and Legion worships the dragon. They are the legions of the dragon. They are the legends of the dragon. They are the languages of the dragon. They are the angels of Satan, the dragon. Okay. And their children of the dragon. You are like your father of the dragon. Do you understand how there's a father tongue? You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is, it's not true, because at the end of the day, the Most High claims the firstborn, the right hand son, the first male son. So, all men, you know what I mean? And the devil comes to counterfeit and copy after that. You know what I mean? That's how you have all the divorces and breakups. Everything's all good until there's a failure to launch. Okay. And that's how things end up being so Babylon confused. Babylon, Lashan. You know what I mean? The language. Do you know what goes with Lashan? Check this out. I'll show you where I came from before I got to Lashan. Bam. I was at Lashan. The same. No. Yeah, I was at Lashan. One is Lashon, one is Lashan, like Legion and Legion. Okay. So what you have is you still have law, and I told you, law, legion. Okay, bam. And that's what you guys still looked at me and like I was dumb. And I said, time is money. Only because in Hebrew, M-O-N-E-H is money and it equals time. Okay, and the H is upside down Y. Okay, so your Latin is a not Hebrew, a knot of Hebrew. It twists and turns things around, and it lies hidden that you're speaking Hebrew because they don't tell you that in Latin. That's the hidden part. It's the forked tongue. Okay, a double-minded man, a forked tongue. You're speaking one, thinking one, hating the other because you don't think you have anything to do with that. But in fact, that's the original that you do have something to do with. That's the original that what you're speaking even counterfeits and comes from and is nothing without. Okay. So, as these words come out, you have 3960, Lashan, lexicon, legion, Latin. Do you understand how far in your life, your lies, your law, this goes? This is like lice. It is laced into the fabric of your infrastructure, your whole life, bro. You're born in sin, okay? Sin, Satan, Saturn, Legion, Lashan, Babylon, okay? Dark forces and high places and principalities, okay? So if you're born in this darkness, you are the light, or else there would be no need for you if it was not dark already. They already got light, but they need you for it. You know what I mean? So you're a light in this world. You be brought in this world, but they're trying to snuff you out by controlling the light, shining you in a pointless place. You're not even. What good is a light that doesn't point in the right direction? You know what I mean? A light that is low. What? Wow. That just really struck home right there for me. What good is a light that is low? Wow. Because the higher the light, the more it spreads. Alright, man. Look, man. I told you, if you change the language, You change the allegiance. Okay? So if you're not saying Yasha, okay, Yashaya, okay? If you're not paying attention that you're speaking Hebrew while you think you're speaking English, you have changed your allegiance. You gotta call good for good and bad for bad. You can't switch up the two. Because when you do, you got it all wrong. Not even a little bit. What is right is treated wrong, so it's double bad. Okay? So you gotta get that, you gotta take the knots out, bro. You gotta get simple with it. Simple. Simply track where the things are coming from. The root. Okay? The root of all these names that you're calling on, if they don't match up with the root of what it is, when I say Yashaya, okay, is in the name of Haya Shara Haya, and anything else you say outside of that is a religion, is a realignment. It's a re-allegiance. You have realigned yourself with confusion. You need to get back to the original. Look, it's okay. So look, this is how it works. You have the power. All things are possible if you recognize the truth. But not recognizing the truth, you become a deceiver. Even when you speaketh the truth, you speaking a lie. Ain't that some shit? That is how the sevenfold curses is, man. That shit is real. You know what I mean? So that's the born in sin part. In a sense, that's a lie. That's how you have people be like, oh, once a liar, always a liar. Lawyer. You need to go be a lawyer because you lie so well. I was told that shit when I was young, and I was so offended because I was being told that by somebody I was telling the truth to. and it really, really hit me hard that it was like some people are just, you can never do anything to please them because they just have it in their head that no man, no child, they'll throw the baby out with the bathwater. You understand? So they'll be like, well, if the man pissed me off, then the child's getting it today. You know what I mean? Like I was one of those redheaded stepchilds. I'm not redheaded at all, but that's how I was treated. You know, when there's two darkies in the house and they're two males, and then the rest are lights, well, light skinned, you know. So that's you get. It's easy. You know what I mean? Like, hey, take it out on the dark guy. I'm the black sheep, the little one, in my own damn family. You know what I mean? It's a big family, bro. Like, I've always been the black sheep. You know what I mean? It's a big family. But no matter what I've done, no matter where I've been, I was always born the black sheep. I've always been the black sheep, 100%. Like the Dave Chappelle, diddle-diddle-diddle-doo, black sheep. Yes. That type of black sheep. I was always the comedian. Like I said, I was out there trying to achieve love from my mom, from my family, because I realized how precious life was at a young age. You know what I mean? I was able to go out of the body at a young age. So a lot of things I can't even, and not even that, it's just even when I got older to realize that, you know, there were things outside of us physically that can hurt us, and it especially comes for the youngsters at night, and it moves through the adults. I always felt that, you know, life is precious, bro. Like, the adults are not stopping this thing from getting at us. You know what I mean? Like, it's Legion, bro. Like I said, it's The Fallen. Go look at the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington and Denzel Washington and who was it? John Goodman, I think it was. No, my bad, John Candy. Uncle Buck. But yeah, bro, like it goes down to the best of friends, bro. You're, like, you think you know a guy type shit. Like, you have to be you. It's that's how it is, bro. It's like that. It's savage, sudden death, died savagely, died suddenly, type. Like, that's the way it is. That's when Legion and that's when the angels of Satan and Legion pop up in your environment. Chaos is inspired, incentivized. So it like I said, the incentivization makes you not innocent at all. This is funny. It's called incentivized, but it's not innocent. It's the opposite of innocence. Because, like, obviously, anything worth doing should not even have to be incentivized. But anyway, innocently enough. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video. I think I hit you guys where it matters this time. This is Hebrew, older than your Latin and your Anglo-Saxon. This is the true, like, when you say in your mouth, like, look. So, like, people would be like, oh, you're being culturally racist or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. So the tongue is a physical thing on your person, and it is very soft and flexible. Okay. So Legion likes to lure. All right, lure through the tongue, and you marvel after it at the end of the day, because they're gonna steal, kill, and destroy everything from you, who develop a Stockholm syndrome. You become the livestock of this farm. You're being farmed. You know what I mean? They say sound travels fast, but not as fast as light, supposedly. Okay, but we know that sound hits the ground before your feet do. All right, sound hit the ground about as fast as a thought. Okay, if not, but sound hits the ground fast. Sound moves fast. All right, so the sound hits the ground before your feet does. All right, so your path is paved. You got to understand, your confidence is in the authority of your word. Your step, even if you come out with a confident word and you step with no confidence, it is better to step out with a confident word than to have not a confident word to step, not even be able to step out on. Come on, man. That is your rock. It's more real than the world. Oh, look. If the world were to be taken away, the word that is the Most High is your rock that you will stand on. It is a plane of existence. It is a dimension. It is the realest place. Okay? And hell is also. All right? Because like I said, for everything that is in heaven, there is also a hell for it, as it is for earth and hell. Like, because as it is in heaven, so it is on earth. But then there's a hell. So then, as above, which is earth, so below, which is hell. Okay, so all together there's a counterfeit. There's two counterfeits going. You know what I mean? There's a grace, and then there's a counterfeit of the grace. But then that grace becomes a disgrace, and then it goes all the way up to high heaven to try to take over that and rise above the heights of that. So that's what I'm saying. That's the tongue of Babylon. That is the Nimrod. That is the tower. That is the pride that comes before the fall. That is Legion before the ledge. Okay? That is the dark man in the graveyard crying out to Yashaya, because there's a demon in controlling his tongue, saying, hey, whoa, what are you doing here? Like, it's not your time to deal with this, is it? Like, Yeshaya is the highest, all right? He's the head, which is above the tongue. The word is only available to the tongue by the word, by the which is the grace, and the yasha, which is what you call conscience, but which is the salvation, the grace and the salvation. No man may have said salvation is saved is salvation. Man shall only be saved, salvation, by grace alone. Conscience, okay? So with that, you can't be unconscious about what you're talking about. That's careless, okay? So when I say you need to be conscious and graceful in salvation, that means you have, what is a conscience that remembers? It's a good memory. What's a good memory for? A good memory is wealth, health, life, truth, power, okay? Think about a photographic memory. That's even crazier. Think about a vivid memory. Come on, man. That's even, you're moving mountains, bro. Come on, seriously. I'm not even playing with you. But at the end of the day, like, you got to realize, you got to have the grace, which is what is available, and then the salvation of it. You got to take and save that is given, so that somebody else can have it. Because if you don't, it's exposed. First off, it's unprotected. An unprotected conscience is an idle mind, and an idle mind is a devil's playground. Okay, so you don't have any. If you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. That means you're strangling and straggling and lagging, and that means you're unprotected. You're open. You're exposed. You're predictable. Okay, but if you don't know where you're coming from, then you don't know where you're going. So you could be led anywhere, off the ledge. All right. So the whole point is Lashan, legion, to slander, to accuse, to use the tongue against someone, to wag the tongue. To the accuser is Satan. What are you guys talking about? Anyway, to calumniate, Katalalelo, to speak against, to slander. Hebrew verb Lashan primarily means to slander or to speak ill of someone. It involves using the tongue to harm another's reputation or to falsely accuse. This term is often associated with malicious speech and gossip, which are condemned in the biblical text as destructive behaviors that can cause division and strife within the community. Now, you understand how not being conscious that you're speaking with a forked tongue language. A forked tongue is a forked language, okay? A bident, a trident, okay? You got to realize you're speaking a divided. A house divided is a house destroyed, all right? Like, you have a whole tongue, but you're speaking like you have a forked tongue, okay? Like you got a knot in your tongue. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, and that's why your word does not fight for you, because you do not fight for. You do not undo the knot. You don't take out the knots. I'm pointing at the knots. Say, hey man, you need to straighten out your word. It's got knots in it. You need to make your word right. You need to study what I'm telling you. I have Ruach Kadesh, which is the love of the Spirit of understanding, the Holy Spirit of what you're calling in English, Holy Spirit. It's the I have Ruach Kakma Kadesh. It's what you're calling Hebrew in English. You need to study that. And don't study it the way that they're telling you to study it. You need to study it by the love of the Spirit, which is what sent you. You have been sent if you go and seek out after what, like I'm telling you and showing you, hey, there is a problem. You're already speaking it, but you don't know what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. So when you're being led to say it, not understanding that you're blaspheming the most holiest of holies, you're being careless, and that's what you'll be judged for, because you're being led off the ledge. Look, the pig, like the pigs, Stockholm, livestock. Okay, freaking old McDonald had a farm. There you go, E-I-E-I-O, off the ledge, ho ho ho, like a sled. All right, go to college, go to Seoul, go to hell. That's where they're sending them. It's all legion, it's all low, it's all law, it's all bar, behind bars, behind bars. You think you're above the law? You think you're above the ledge? You think you're above the law? That's what the hell they're trying to tell you to your face, and you don't even understand. You don't have the value, the true value, which is silver. It's pure. You don't hold a pure tongue, and you got this tongue that just blasphemies with pride, which comes before the fall off of the ledge. The phallus up your bottomless pit. Anyway, in ancient Israelite society, the spoken word held significant power. In oral communication was the primary means of sharing information. Thus, the integrity of one's speech was crucial. Slander and false accusations were not only seen as personal offenses, but also as a threat to communal harmony and justice. And the Torah and other biblical writings emphasize the importance of truthful, edifying speech, reflecting the broader cultural value placed on maintaining social cohesion and righteousness. Okay, so check this out. What is conversion about? Why do you have this war over converting? Okay, you convert to a religion. What is one of the first things that you do when you convert to a religion? You start speaking the tongue of the language. If you go and start going to the Quran, you're gonna start learning how to write and speak in Aramaic. Okay, but if you're gonna go over to like Hebrew, you're gonna learn how to write and speak in Hebrew. If you're gonna go and study freaking Wiccan or some shit, you're still gonna go study Hebrew. You're still gonna, it's all Hebrew. I just told you. All these different languages are just spin-offs, bro. They're spun stories. They're what do you call it? Like Rumpelstiltskin languages, bro. This is legion. This is demon shit, bro. Demon crap. You don't understand. It is literally House of Representatives, Whore of Babylon. Do you understand? H-O-R, okay? Of Babylon. Okay, Babylon and on. You don't know what you're saying, but it still keeps going. It's the song that never ends. Lamb chop. Okay, do you understand what this language is? You have to get straight. You have to take the knots out of the language, that your tongue. It binds you to hell, bro. To hell. Your allegiance is out of line. You're not aligned. You change the tongue, you change the language, you change the legion, you change the allegiance, you change the alignment, you change the law, you change the low, you change the lashon, you change the language, you change the tongue. How many different ways can I tell you? You change the Latin. Latin, why is it not just Roman Latin? Why is it French Latin? Why is it South African Latin? Why is it American Latin? Why is it German Latin? Why can it be any type of Latin? It could be Asian Latin. It could be any Latin. You think, when I say Latin, you think in Latino. You're dumb. That's the way that they got us screwed. You don't understand. Latin stands for the tongue. Lashon, Latin, okay. Latin, legion. Legion stands for the tongue. Lashon. It all boils down to that. That's why when I said Yashaya, you guys don't understand when you're out there calling out Jesus and all these other names. And I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, it all boils down to the root. And that's what he even tells you. I am the root. And that is the salvation. Okay, period. That is the spirit. Period. Judge the tree by the fruit. Or the spirit by the fruit. Okay? So that's what you gotta understand, bro. Like, you're looking and you're talking and you're speaking and you're living and you're live and you're law and you're legal and you're real and you're royal and you're regal. It's all legion. It's all lashon, the tongue. Okay? It is unconscious. That's what it is. Look, how did the pigs run off the damn edge? You think they were conscious of that? How did they run off the ledge? They were led. How can science operate? Science can only operate when you're unconscious. That's why you're on the operating table. Okay. Operation, opera. Open, okay. They want to open and see you. Okay? They want to see. Ra is to see. Okay? Appear. They will open, unenvelope, develop. Okay? The opera. They see through you. They can't do shit. Like I said, we are the humans. We are the dominion on this earth. Before it reaches the earth, we have a say-so. When it comes from heaven, we decide the order. Because the Most High gave us that. The tongue gave us, not the tongue, but the word that the tongue uses gave us that. And it uses us just as much as it uses the tongue. You think... So look, check this out. You can study this on your own. People that have like walking and hip problems and knee problems and back problems and neck problems, if they were to go and learn a different language and try to listen to and try to walk while they're trying to pronunciate these, they would start losing the limp and the crippleness. Literally. It's what you would call miracles, okay? So I've studied this shit, all right? It has to do with like rhythm, neuro-linguistic programming. It's in heaven. It's the software for the hardware. It's the language programs the hardware. The tongue programs the body. The head over the body, the man over the woman, the man of the house, the man of the house. You get it? Okay. So, pretty much the tongue comes in as the man of the house. You gotta switch that up. No, you gotta have the conscience as the man of the house. You can't be flipping it upside down. People got their tongues on top of their head like a horn. No, that's not what it is, fam. No. Why you got a serpent up there on the top of your forehead with a freaking forked tongue sticking out? What's up with that? Huh? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's Legion. Tries to crawl up and climb up and be like the Most High, be above the Most High, all this and that. That's all we're seeing here. It's the representation of that in this dimension, because we allow that dominion. And you're unaware of it. You're totally unaware. It's covert. It's what they call active denial system. Okay? So an active denial system, it's an aid. It aids you in death. It aids you in death. Assistance in dying. Okay? That's what it is. Mental assistance in dying. Okay, mentally assisted dying. Dementia. That's what a demon. Okay, we understand that the demons were the children of the fallen angels, which is also known as Legion, the Nephilim. Okay, so if Legion, the Nephilim come into the tongue and then they give you dementia, you don't even know what you're saying, first off. So that's dementia. You're walking around in a world and don't recognize how anything even got here. You just talking just to get it and don't understand how to make it. If you break it, you're you go pay for some more. You don't know how to fix it. You don't know how anything works. You're a total consumer and not a producer. It just flows through you unchecked. But it checks you. That's the point. You're getting checked. So what happens when you get checked? You get concussed. You watch hockey. Think about Nike. Nike check, hockey check. Bam. Okay? Your ass get checked. Niggas get checked. Okay, do you understand? Get knocked out, concussed, knocked up, Nike. Okay, hockey, Nike puck, black puck. Okay, Nike knocked naked. Okay, boom. Checked. Checkmate. Oh, checked. Yeah, you're dumbfounded. It's a continuous cycle of Russian doll. Okay? Dumbed down. Pig Latin. Okay? Roman Latin. It's German Latin. It's American Latin. It's Legion. You can change the country of the land. You can change the what you call it, but it's still legion. You're still in allegiance. You're in the same allegiance. You can conquer this and conquer that, but you're still in the same allegiance against the truth. Away from the truth. Low. The light is low. Low light. No light. The cousin of no is low. And in fact, low is no. Low is nothing. It is not. And that's what you should not call the truth, which would be what you call Torah. But in English, we call it the law. Wow. In English, it would be more termed death. Doth. And you're made to hate. And some people, death is a love-hate relationship in English. It's crazy. But some people understand it, some people don't. Okay, let's just say that. Okay. So that's why people are, some people take it for good and some people take it for bad. Because a house divided is a house destroyed. And that keeps this engine going, pumping, flowing, currents. See, sacrifice, college, law. Okay, you understand? So those who have not and those who have, those are producers and those are consumers. Supply and demand, guns and butter, government economics. What more can I say, fam? The bottomless pit, continuity of government, bottomless pit. Okay, do you understand that? Government, we know that's a pit, a cistern, the locust. Okay, go government. Okay, mint is the ceiling. So the bottomless pit, the ceiling, and then there's no floor. It's bottomless pit. Okay, cool. All right. So, like I said, you got to understand how the structure and the order of the word warns you, tells you to your face the way that it is delivered to you. You're still going to have to prepare it because it's delivered. Worshiping, they say don't eat food that's been sacrificed to idol gods. Okay, what does that mean? That means the word, if the word is food, if the word is language, okay, don't accept the way that they deliver it to you into your house, your ears. Don't let that go unchecked. You need to knock that the hell out. You need to put that on a bind and on a bench. ER, injured reserve, or emergency room. One or two. IR, ER, baboon. Yeah, okay. It works. Anyway, unlike a job. Obviously, Job's story was he went out into the desert and did not work because he needed to heal himself from the lies and the laws that he had so aligned himself in allegiance with. And Legion even came out there and led two people or a few people out there to talk to him. But then they all got corrected. Alright? By the truth. By the Torah. Let them know. Alright? So at the end of the day, like I said, man, I'm not even lying to you guys. I told you what it is. I told you what it is. What? So right here, not law. That is your law. Do not equate the Most High to nothing. He said, "I am the law." In English, we say law, right? Law is the law. Right? Yeah, right. Good, bad, law, right? Okay. It's supposed to be right, law, righteousness, okay, all that serving, protecting, justice. It's all a lie, law, lie, low. It's nothing. It's not. That's what you've been made to worship. That's what I'm saying. Your light is low. You need to put your light up high. You need to take it out of the knot. You got to take it out of the knot. Put a K in front of that. You got to take it out of the knot. They're still saying it, whether you have a silent K in front of that or not, it's still the same knot. Whether it's a LAW or a LO, it's still low. It's still law. It is still no, and it's still not. Okay. But you got doth, which you call death. And we see that this is Babylonian decree and what you call this. Oh, wow. So, wow, what's that mean? They're telling you in your English language right here, law, that this, what you call death, doth, is actually what you should be calling the law. Okay? But you are afraid of, you're taught bad about the word, the sound, the pronunciation of doth. Okay? You're taught bad about it. So therefore you receive it as bad and you are deceived about it, and therefore you transfer it as bad. It's unchecked because everybody's doing it, and when in Rome, be like the Romans, and you know what I mean, Romania, a double-minded man, there you go. So therefore you speak with a forked tongue of the angels of Satan and the Anglo-Saxon, the Legion, the Latin, okay? You're speaking with that forked tongue. That's the way it is. And you only got one tongue instead of a forked tongue, unless you chop it in pieces and stuff like that, the way that they be doing all that mess. But anyway, nowadays, so I'm just telling you, I'm letting you know, like, this is how they have you tongue-tied and twisted in these knots, to where good for bad and bad is for good. Okay? So you take law for good, which is bad, and you take death for bad, which is good. But in, moot, I told you death is moot in this language, moot, like mutt, mutts, extortioner, to die for the son, to die. Okay, it's death, muth, like month, mother, muth. Okay, a mother effer is somebody that is a necromancy, a naked man. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that darky stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the knots, the knot lovers, the love knots. Yeah, that one. It's like lawlessness. We speak a lawless tongue, bro. It's all about legion. What are you talking about? Because you shun death, which is the law, but then you call nothing, which is death, the law. Oh wow, it's just crazy, bro. And then like your mind is so twisted up with it, so you can't even talk to somebody else, and you have to really go through a class and a course and a degree of knowledge about the truth with people in depth, just to have a basic conversation of understanding and truth. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, you don't got that much time in this world, the way that they push you, because that's why they do it. They speed shit up to where you don't even have time to wipe your butt good, so you're gonna die just from being unclean anyway, let alone your tongue is already messed up and in knots. So look, man, you gotta slow it down, you know what I mean? You say, living that fast life, that's what they got you in. Like, you living in that fast life, bro. Fast food, that's what I try to tell y'all. You can't even watch what you eat. You don't even know what the hell you eating. Come on, bro, that's fast food. Like, if you're a fast food, that's what the hell that is. Look, the F is the P, okay? All right. The R is the L, right? And the D, because you can roll the R like, okay, so that's a D. So food, okay, and you can take that D off and put an L there, you know what I mean? Food, food. You know what I mean? So either way it goes, you're a fool. Like that fast food. They make you pay for something that you don't even know what you're getting. Sacrifice to idols, because you don't even know that the names of those idols is on the titles. It's like I said, the devil off in your grill, and you still don't even know them, and you're chewing on them nowadays. God dang. And you are what you eat, and you the devil. Damn. Old McDonald had a farm, Stockholm syndrome, lockstep type shit. Come on, bro. Like, you guys don't understand this trafficking, harvesting of the tongue. Who is the tongue? You are the tongue. You know what I mean? Like I said, they control the tongue. They control you, because like now your steps are ordered, right? By what you say. Because, that's, you want to be a shot caller, right? That's what they push you to. They give you the truth in a way, but then they hang you with that shit. They make you stab yourself on your own sword. Like I said, they're snaring your path, bro. How are they snaring your path if if they can't predict where you're going? They know where you're going because they're the ones lying to you and they're leading you that way, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You guys, look, how do I become so good at moving fast with the tongue? Well, when you play sports or some type of competition against a high volume or a large field of people, you gotta stop thinking in a such a woe is me type of mentality and stop being overwhelmed. It's like sleep apnea. You're against every damn inch of your body to stay alive when you're having that stroke, okay? So when you wake up, nobody was there to wake you up, so it don't matter how many damn people wish that your ass could stay alive, your ass ain't staying alive. So it don't matter how many people wish that your ass is dead, when you're up against the world, they can't kill you. If you believe, that is how you believe in this world, okay? Other than that, you are gonna be deceived, and that means they're gonna be taking in this world. So I ain't having none of that, fam. I got sleep apnea. I ain't got time for your mess. I ain't got time to listen to all this nonsense. Everybody talking about all this and that, thinking they managing this and that, and you can't even manage, like I said, wiping your own time in your ass. Hey, time is money. You don't even know what that is. Like I said, money on your mind. Hey, look, man, a clock represents money, and time represents money more than a damn dollar sign. That's crazy. A circle with a freaking line on the inside. Like I said, bro, you guys just don't understand, though. A compass represents time more than a dollar sign, bro. It's just crazy. There's a lot of things that represent the truth that we just stray so far from and label else things in that light. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I hope you guys learned something today, fam. I apologize I made the video so long. It's sort of a rant, but I told you, man. I told you. Okay? I told you. So your Mother Earth, your dead Earth, okay, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that, guys. You guys keep talking that English, man. You keep letting them damn angels tell you what it is. And you know how, like, the worst of the worst, fam, they turn you against your family, fam. They'll have you against your own damn family. And you guys will be chopping each other up into pieces. And it'll be all in vain and all for nothing, and they just keep on playing the games, and one by one, done, and on to the next one, end over end. That's how they'll do you. Okay? Like some Kurt Cobain shit. Alright, fam, do you understand? You understand. Alright? They will 27 club your butt real quick, alright? So you just gotta understand, fam, you're in between two killers, with two sickles, alright, two teeth of a serpent. Like, they don't give a damn. You are the tongue. They will chop you the hell up, okay? Like I said, they control the tongue, they control you. So you need to change the tongue, because you are the alignment, you are the tongue, you are the language. You are the language. That's how your body works. This language is broken. Now, how do you think so many people are so unfit? I just told you that the tongue that you speak with controls the righteousness, the understanding, the truth, the spirit, the faith. Even then, if you speak this language, if you have the understanding, that is the rock that keeps you straight, right? Protects you. What is protection for? Being submerged into something that is exposure. Electrolysis. You need protection. Alright? So, like, you're engulfed. Where are we at? Where's the front of America? The Gulf of Mexico. You're in the mouth of a dragon. You're engulfed. You don't even understand. I showed you the map so far. I ain't showed you the map in months. In about a month's time so far yet. But you need to go back and look at my videos where I'm showing you on the map. On the map. I'm proving it to you on the map about the behemoth and the dragon. And if you're in America, if you're in North America, you're in the center of the world. You're in the center of the dragon. You're in the middle of the Leviathan. You're in the middle of Satan. You're in the Gulf. The mouth. Big gulp. 7-Eleven. Okay. And on that note, I'm out. It's 59 minutes, and it only records up to an hour to put on to TikTok. So, to the Rabbi Hayashara Hay Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, to the Rabbi Yeshaya Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, to the Rabbi Hebruach Kakma Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, Ashar Yasharun, Anami Amen.